A pimp, not a simp. A pimp, not a simp. A pimp, not a simp. We eat so many shrimp. I got iodine partners.
My bitch a choosy lover, never fuck without a rubber. Never in the sheets like it on top of the cover. Money on the dresser, drive a compressor. Top notch hoes get the most, not the lesser. Crash like the buck for $40 in the club. Fucking up the game, bitch, it gets no love. She be cross country, giving all that she got. 1,000 a pop, I'm pulling business off the lot. I smashed up the gray one, bought me a red. Every time we hit the parking lot, we turn head. Some hoes wanna choose, but them bitches too scary. Your bitch chose me, you ain't a pimp, you a fairy.
A pimp, not a simp. A pimp, not a simp. A pimp, not a simp. We eat so many shrimp. I got iodine partners.
Baby, you been rolling solo, time to get down with the team. The grass is greener on that.
What's going on, everybody? It's Artie from Artie's Corporate Fiction, and I hope you guys have been having a great Tuesday. Tonight we have some exciting news. I have to give a shout out to Scott in my Discord channel for posting this initially. As we all probably assumed and expected, the lawsuit, the defamation suit, that the Rise of the Moors characters, Jamal and company, has been summarily dismissed. And we're going to take a look at it. It's very short, but very sweet. So we're going to get right to it. And it, excuse me, it is Jamal and everybody else versus the Medford, Massachusetts State Police, Matthew McDevitt, Ryan Casey, Mike Sullivan, all of the remaining troopers, the Commonwealth, AT&T News, Comcast, News Corp, Viacom, CBS, and Emily Carstetter, the judge herself. So, order. Plaintiffs filed a pro se complaint against defendants, as well as 10 motions for leave to proceed in forma pauperis. I actually don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. I've only read it. I've never said it out loud. Anyway, and a motion to strike evidence and dismissed. When considering motions for IFP, the court is required to screen the complaint pursuant to 28 U.S.C. Section 1915 E2. Having done so, the court concludes the plaintiffs have failed to state a claim upon which relief may be granted and thus dismisses their complaint and denies their motions. I want to note the footnote there. Let me actually, there we go. Note the footnote here. Notably, plaintiff's filings contain several key omissions, namely all but one motion for IFP lack any information on plaintiff's incomes, assets, and debts that are necessary to decide on their applications. So they didn't even bother going the whole way, except for one person. Additionally, plaintiffs did not sign the motions or the complaint. That's right, because one person signed it. That Leonidas signed for all of them on their IFP motions, as we saw, as I recall reading their various, IFP applications. Every pleading motion, giving, however, here's the best part. Given that curing such defects would not affect the ultimate dismissal of their claims, this court will nevertheless proceed with screening their complaint. So it's like, This suit arises from the highway stop and subsequent arrest of 11 self-described Moorish American nationals by Massachusetts State Police. Plaintiffs include most of the individuals arrested. And he goes on. As well as the organization Rise of the Moors. However, footnote 2, Rise of the Moors attempts to represent itself pro se. However, a corporation may appear in the federal courts only through licensed counsel, a rule which applies equally to all artificial entities. Whether you're a nonprofit, a corporation, or an association, you have to be represented by counsel. In other words, only a flesh and blood human being, as many of these guys would describe themselves, only a flesh and blood human being can represent themselves pro se. Were this litigation to proceed, their organization would be dismissed from the action. Plaintiffs allege that defendants engaged in defamation, discrimination based on national origin, deprivation of their rights under the color of, and deprivation of other rights under the color of law. Their complaint presents 10 notices of removal addressed to the Malden District Court, arguing for the removal of each arrested plaintiff's pending criminal matters to federal court. They also submitted an affidavit expressing their interpretation of the highway encounter, as well as a probable cause narrative, criminal complaints, and arrest reports prepared by the Massachusetts State Police. When review, the analysis goes through the analysis portion that we just read. States a relevant part. Notwithstanding any filing fee or any portion thereof that may have been paid, the court shall dismiss this case at any time if the court determines that the action or appeal fails to state a claim upon which relief may be granted. Under this standard, the court must dismiss plaintiff's complaint. At its core, the complaint challenges their arrests and subsequent criminal proceedings in Massachusetts. However, this court must abstain from hearing such challenges based on the doctrine established in Younger v. Harris, 401 U.S. 37, 1971, which reflects a, quote, long-standing public policy against federal court interference with state court proceedings, end quote. The First Circuit has held that Younger applies when the requested relief would interfere with an ongoing state judicial proceeding that implicates an important state interest and that provides an adequate opportunity for the federal plaintiff to advance his federal constitutional challenge. When these elements are met, Younger instructs federal courts not to interfere with ongoing state court litigation. So, ultimately what he's saying, in that it's generally listed that while their state court proceedings are pending, the feds are, it's the doctrine of the feds to keep their hands out of it. Because it gets messy. Such circumstances directly apply to the instant case. The complaint and subsequent filings seek to challenge the legitimacy of the ongoing state criminal proceedings to which the plaintiffs are currently subject. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. As many of you guys know, like the local, if you check out the footnote here, right there, the footnote. It says plaintiffs also allege a defamation in their complaint, presumably bringing the claim against numerous news media corporations listed as defendants. Yeah, I was ready for that one. Thank you, Jerry Bernal, for the $10 super chat. Worth every dime. Just to let you know I miss you and hate you for starting the stream while I'm at work. I appreciate it, man. However, continuing. However, their attached affidavit of fact fails to include a single mention of defamation or of any of the defendant corporations. Accordingly, plaintiffs just failed to state a claim. So, if you guys recall, most of the local media outlets announcing the lawsuit described it as a defamation lawsuit, but these guys didn't even bother making any sort of claims on that regard. But of course not. They're idiots. In their complaint, the plaintiffs argue that the proceedings violate their constitutional rights and civil rights, and since filing, one plaintiff has filed a motion to strike and dismiss the case. In their submissions, plaintiffs also attach notices of removal presented to the Malden District Court requesting that their case be removed. Plaintiffs ask this court to interfere with an ongoing judicial proceeding in a domain of paramount importance to the state, criminal prosecution. In fact, while Younger has been extended to proceedings that implicate other important state interests, the doctrine was initially applied to protect state criminal prosecutions against interference. In other words, the Younger doctrine was intended to prevent this exact thing from happening. Fuck! Thank you, Hank, for the $10 super chat. Please apply towards the clean undies for already fun. I appreciate it. Fucking hate you guys. What I was going to say was that what the Rise of the Moors are doing, filing this suit, is exactly what Younger is was brought about to prohibit, which is they want the feds to involve themselves in a state criminal proceeding. Anyway, to the extent that the notices seek to remove plaintiffs' pending Massachusetts criminal cases to Rhode Island's federal court, which the submitted motion to strike and dismiss further implies, such action is inappropriate. I don't know why they're trying to... this case originated in Massachusetts. I don't know why they're trying to have it removed to the Federal District Court of Rhode Island. You motherfucker. And see, we're pretty much done. This is it, guys. It's short, sweet, to the point. Here, the court must abstain from reviewing plaintiffs' claims, which may be brought in the context of their state criminal proceedings. Here, part 7. Plaintiffs do not include any request or reference to money damages in their complaint, which governs their claims. Therefore, their Section 1983 claims are appropriately dismissed without prejudice. Considering Younger, along with the absence of any clear defamation allegations, the court finds the plaintiff's complaint fails to state a claim of public. Therefore, their complaint is dismissed, and their motions for IFP and motion to strike evidence and dismiss are denied as moot. Oh my God. The First Circuit has held that if it is crystal clear that the plaintiff cannot prevail and that amending the complaint would be futile, then a sua sponte dismissal may stand. Here, plaintiff's main claims typify those that fall under Younger, which the court must abstain from hearing, and the plaintiff's not even remotely stated a defamation claim. Therefore, any amendment would be futile, so the court finds it appropriate to dismiss this complaint without providing the opportunity to amend. Basically, they got no chance to revise their complaint. They could try and appeal. It's not going to go anywhere. Thank you, Jerry, for the $10 super chat. I support big kid diapers for RDL. Well, you know what? You're an asshole. But I appreciate your generosity anyway. So that's what it comes down to with these guys. Again, it's a very short and sweet opinion. Nobody was surprised. I guess part of me was actually surprised that it happened this quickly. I knew it was going to be quick, but I was actually expecting the end of September for the dismissal to happen. You guys are going to end up making me raise the price of these jump scares. You know, supply and demand. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll raise the price of these jump scares if that's what it takes to tell you guys to calm down. Oh my God! Thank you, Hank, for the $10. The basis of capitalism as a threat. Reynolds Rage, thank you for the $2 super chat. So that's where we got going tonight. It's like I said, it was very quick, very easy live stream. Although I don't want to mix up with something I also found, so I'm gonna leave that for another time. I found a crazy British Karen / sovereign citizen video on r/public freakouts that was fucking amazing, and of course their own channel was like a freaking a rabbit hole in and of itself. They will cost $5 billion dolarium, Donovan. The price of these jump scares are too damn high. They are. All right, you know what? It's actually a short, relatively short one. Video. Let me see how short it was. Then I'll end it. Yeah. Okay. It was only 7 minutes long. All right.
P. Barnes.
Thank you, Lady Wright, for the $20 super chat. Would love to meet you someday when you're back in Texas. You're fun. Well, I appreciate that. And I mean, I'll be back in Dallas. I'll be back in Dallas in October, but for my brother's wedding. But I'll plan on going back to Texas, more often. At least I'll try to. All right, let's check this out. It's this woman who is basically having a fit against the police. So
I'm shaking. Right? Lawyers don't issue those kinds of things and put our reputation on the line unless the burden of proof is beyond reasonable doubt. Right? So this is beyond reasonable doubt, and we have the evidence. All of that is files and files and files of evidence. You're welcome to look through it. But it is our analysis as a group of domestic lawyers that unfortunately most of these people don't know what they're doing, right? They don't know what they're doing. But our job is to uphold the rule of law. And unfortunately, everybody who's involved is exercising their free will to do this. And our legal job is for every individual who is taking part, this, it's...
Okay, so I think hold on. Let me see if the description is I think they're at a vaccination site, and she is claiming that they're breaking the law by offering the vaccines, and so she's talking to the cops to try and get them to arrest, the people issuing the vaccine.
It's criminal law, aiding and abetting, complying. Every single person in their personal capacity is to be held civilly and criminally liable. So this is a notice of liability to the individuals involved here today.
I understand what you're saying. I do understand the situation completely. What I'm saying to you is this. Here's the situation from my understanding. Absolutely. You want to go down the route through the courts, no problem at all.
We have a duty. We have a constitutional duty as
And let me
lawyers
explain
to
to you
uphold the rule of law.
I'm going to talk now for a second. I don't want to talk over again. I don't want to be rude. No, you're fine.
Okay.
My duty today is to make sure there's no breach of the peace. It's very, very simple. So you guys will stay on the public road.
Yep.
That'll be the end of that. These guys aren't going to take anything. They don't have to take anything from you guys. Okay? You want to investigate it as a criminal matter? Absolutely. There's ways to do that, and those methods will be. The people who worked here will be recorded. It'll be a matter of public record. They do not need.
Oh, I'm fairly certain she is a lawyer. Though honestly, I mean, maybe I can be corrected by my fans across the pond, but most of the time, attorneys in England don't really call themselves lawyers. They're usually solicitors or barristers.
Need to accept anything from you today, okay?
Well, we will be sending it recorded delivery.
I could be wrong, though.
So they will receive it.
Fine.
There is no avoidance of service.
No,
so, that's the issue. They have to understand that. We are all equal in the eyes of the law. The rule of law binds every single person. They are each breaking the law. Ignorance of the law is no defence. And we are a common law jurisdiction, so they have... Sorry, I allowed you to finish. Please allow me to finish this. It's a very important point. We are a common law jurisdiction, right? They are causing harm. It's against the law to cause harm, and it's also a duty to prevent harm from happening. That is why every single one of us is here. It is my constitutional duty as a lawyer. I'm also a retired army officer.
Okay. Okay.
Serve and protect. I'm here under 2 oaths. My colleague is also a lawyer. Our principle 1 of the Code of Conduct is to uphold the rule of law and administer justice. So we are here complying with our duty. They can refuse to do all of this. It's all evidenced. We will serve it on them regardless. And they have to understand that each and every one of them is liable in a personal capacity.
Understand all of that.
So that's the law.
No, thank you for clarifying.
That's the law. Do you know, I'm the messenger.
Okay,
He's the messenger.
I'm going to finish what I'm saying now.
Yes. So
Okay, so based on how her calling herself a lawyer and referencing a constitution which the UK does not technically have, It sounds to me that she's reading a script that has an American origin and is trying to use it in the UK.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, absolutely. No one's taking any paperwork off you guys today. I understand. And right now, at the moment, the law.
Well, Chris, I've always understood. This was like a generalization when I went on real briefly. I'm sorry if I'm going on a tangent with the video. I apologize. But the reason I mentioned the barristers and solicitors is when between my first and second year of law school, I actually went to London for like a work study for about a week and a half, and I like basically tailed a judge for that most of that time, and he was telling me, and they had the wigs and everything, which is fucking awesome, by the way. I wish we had it here, but it is what it is. Hang on, I'm waiting for this jump scare. Jerks. Hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, god damn it, Hank. There's one. Where's the other? You might as well get your fill in, because I am going to raise the price of the jump scare from here on out. Starting with Starting with the next stream, I'm raising the price. So you guys get your fill in now. Anyway, what I was going to say is when I did my work study with the judge, he told me that barristers at the time were the only ones who were allowed to appear in court, whereas the solicitors often had the most of their interaction with the clients themselves, or at the desk, in the office level. That was my understanding of the distinction between the two, but I could be wrong there. Anyway, to the super chats, Jane Spade, $10. These folks would have walked out of the cave and tried to pet the saber-toothed cat. Instead of getting eaten, we'd stitch up their wounds, gave them antibiotics, and now they're going to need to kill us all. Probably. Hank's Corner, $10. Thank you very much for your generosity, Hank. Cut! I just broke my audio just temporarily. Don't worry, Artie. The jump scares this show can pay for a case of your favorite sudsy sedative. I'm trying to hold off on the beer this month, though, or month and a half. I'm trying to lose weight in time for the wedding. Thank you, Miss Ellie, for the $10 super chat. And thank you very much, Hank, for the $2 super chat. Well, the problem is, okay, Glover Mom, I put in this $10 super chat back when I only had like 1,000 subs on my gaming channel. I didn't realize I was going to grow this large so that everybody's going to be getting in on the fucking fun. Moving on.
Illegal. Now, how you feel about them?
They're not
The
legal.
criminal law is right now. They're legal.
They're not legal. Sorry, you are not a lawyer. We lawyers are telling you they are not legal, they are not lawful, they're unethical, they're immoral, and they are a breach of both domestic and international laws. No, because I have to correct you. I have to correct you, and I will carry on talking even if you interrupt me, because you've made a statement of fact for the public record that these vaccines are legal. That is wrong, which is why we are serving these notices. So for the public record, these are not legal. That's precisely why we're here. They constitute crimes against humanity. Well, I want to make sure everyone hears. They constitute crimes against humanity. They are bioweapons on the evidence. This is a eugenics program. It's
a bioweapon, a eugenics program,
genocide.
And genocide.
That's the evidence of senior lawyers across the world. We are the lawyers. We know.
Thank you, Kivy. Texas, for the $10 Tip. I can't let all the other guys have all the fun. Love you, Artie. Thank you very much, Kivy.
Crimes are that are being committed, and your job as the police is to investigate those crimes because you are under oath. Your common law oath is to the people, not to the government.
This is legal. Yes. Okay.
Your oath is to the people. Your oath is to the Queen to uphold God's laws, common law, the law of the land. Yes, it is.
Can I just ask something, just for the record?
God's law.
Have you had your vaccines?
Yeah.
Have you had your vaccines, sir? Have you had your vaccines, sir? You haven't.
No. Okay.
But then, for the record, yeah, we've already got a bias in your. No, but this is how we see it, though. We've already got a bias in your reception to how you're taking understand where you are in the situation that you're in. You can't believe something, so you're just writing it off. Yeah, no,
I love how you guys are just like ruining my live stream with these jump scares. Nobody's gonna want to watch this again.
Protesting, we're trying to serve a legal document.
Yeah, but these are legal documents. So if they're legal documents, don't they have to take it?
No.
They're not going to take it.
Hold on, just quickly.
Because your legal documents,
Because these are legal
your legal documents are probably bullshit.
documents. Is it not your duty to serve them to them? No.
No.
But can I ask a question?
I'm pretty sure the cops can't serve papers.
Okay, well, again, I've got that from.
This is a crime. And this
I'll get to them eventually.
Because the NHS is a public body that we pay for, so why can
As
we
I was
not
trying
do
to explain to your colleague a moment ago, at the moment, the law does not recognise this as a crime. It may do in the future.
Sorry, you
law
are
is
not
a
in a
crime, got to
position
do
to
with
say what the law
public
recognises.
property.
Jonathan and I are in a
right.
position. No, please don't talk over to me because you are asserting things that are wrong. Right? You cannot say what the law says. Your duty is to uphold the rule of law. We're telling you what the rule of law says, and you. We're telling you it's not. Now, we have to remind you, you are our public servants. You uphold the oath to serve and protect us. No, you are not. You are paid by the public, and the oath is to uphold the rule of law. We are the body under the Constitution.
They're not under any obligation to follow your specific orders, however.
Who uphold the rule of law. It's not your position nor your expertise to tell us what the law is.
I don't think you're a lawyer at all, lady.
Right, you've got that completely wrong. You've got that very wrong. Constitutionally, you've got that very, very wrong. Okay, I'm also part of the Guardians 300. We have already served notice on Crusader Dick. I'm also part of the Guardians 300.
The Guardians 300? What the fuck?
We have already served notice on Crusader Dick. Okay, because part of the problem is you are really not upholding the rule of law, so you are in breach of your oath.
Okay, everyone's talking over me. What I'm going to say is, if anyone tries to obstruct anyone leaving this site today, I'll be considering offence under unlawful obstruction of the highway.
Okay, so they were blocking. Okay, so they were in the public street blocking the entry and exit for, I guess, a vaccine site.
Okay.
You're obstructing us
Well,
from delivering
so,
papers.
okay, no. So listen, all you do is if he's not, then you make them liable as well. They're the same papers that are
I have no idea what Guardians 300 is. It sounds like
afraid of being held accountable. P. Barnes.
it sounds like a knockoff from the DC EU.
get served, you just pass them on. So all I'd do, if you don't mind, if I can get your number, if you don't mind. Of course, no problem. If I can get your number. I don't get your number, please. Didn't you swear an oath to be a police officer? I can get your number,
You're
please.
serving under the oath.
So what you have to understand, my friend, listen.
Liz D says Guardians 300 is a common law constabulary. Solicitors in the UK are trying to set up. Yeah, that checks out.
Friend, listen, what's going to happen is the same papers.
Calm it down a bit.
No,
We're not gonna.
No. Okay. Well, like I said, we might as well actually call it a day then, mightn't we?
Yeah, I mean, we can only do what we can do.
Well, no, because they're not actually going to take them, are they? So because if they're
these guys have obviously.
If you don't answer.
It's a waste of your time. Thank you. Congratulations. Okay. Now I can get to the fucking super chats. Oh, you people. Sam I am with $10 super chat. My first and last jump scare, maybe. Jane Spade, $10. This is pretty effing fun. Hey guys, plus Rome appears to be burning. What else am I gonna piss my money away on? Oh, I appreciate it nonetheless, Jane. Mo Army, 67, $10. Thank you very much.
Afraid of being held accountable. P. Barnes.
Lizzie from Aussie, thank you for the $7.99 Australian. Gary W, thank you for the $9.99 super chat. Fuck jump scares. Yeah, right now I'm not feeling it, man. And then P. Barnes, thank you very much, man. 1999 super chat, loving all the live streams. Thanks, RDA. Appreciate it, P. Barnes. So that's where I'm gonna stop here. Oh my god, because you guys are making me lose my mind with all these jump scares. I mean, you're basically guaranteeing that I'm probably going to double the price at this point. The jump scares are intended. The jump scares are intended to be a rarity, not something that happens every 5 effing minutes. Philosopher King Gaming for the $2. What happened to the Rise of the Moors? I was late. Well, I just went through the dismissal of their civil suit that they filed against Massachusetts. Their lawsuit was dismissed civilly. That they filed a defamation suit and removal suit in federal court, and the judge completely threw away their case. That's the update. I went through the 6-page opinion or 7-page opinion, and meanwhile I'm getting bullied by super chats, by jump scares. Oh my fucking god. Nathan, $10. There was a more on a mission. Unfortunately, the corpse he was dissing. The corpse came back with their own attack. Your claims we be dismissing. Oh my god, Nathan. Nathan spitting bars in the super chats. Pronon 1990. Hope Vegas was good. I'm going to my little brother's wedding next year. I'm a groomsman. Ugh. Well, welcome to the club. Philosopher King, $2. We already we saw that. And then Jane, another $10. Another $10. Too soon? Yes. Yes, too soon. I'm well aware. I'm well aware that I'm making that, you know, I'm getting money out of it. I get that. I understand that. But holy balls, it gets annoying after a bit. To the point where $10, this is enough. When all I want to do is go through a live stream and not have a mini heart attack every 5 seconds.
$5 a month.
Thank you, Lizzie, for becoming a member.
Because they're afraid of being held accountable. P. Barnes.
And Sergeant Chubb, thank you for the 10-pound super chat. That wasn't a jump scare because, as you know, 10 pounds is not $10. And it's $10 exactly to issue a jump scare. So take that. But I appreciate your generosity. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate, look, I appreciate all y'all's generosity. I really do. But I need to raise the price now. You guys are absurd. Then again, I did invite you guys to get your licks in before I raise the price. So maybe it's, you know, it's still kind of my fault at the end of the day. All right. we're gonna done here. We're done here. I'm gonna keep it. I wanted to keep this stream short and sweet. So I appreciate you guys. As always. And Noah's Ark, Nancy, thank you very much for the $2 tip. $2 super chat. Quit being mean to Artie when he gave us good news. I appreciate the support, Noah. Bottle Cap, you take my jump scare and like it. Love what you do, bro. Thanks, Bottle Cap. I already see you, Hank. Guys, there's no point in giving the jump scare. I already see it here. Sergeant Chubb, this one is for you. Kay's Corner, thank you for the $3 sticker. And I already see you, Little Dickens. My first and last. Oh my god, you guys. Thank you, Little Dickens, for the $10 super chat. And I see you, Pronon 1990, with another $10 super chat. People. That long live Rise of the Mermaids. Yes. Okay, thank you very much, guys. I always appreciate it, and I will see you next time. I'll be back. Why did I might actually go on some Skyrim tonight on my gaming channel, so check me out there. My gaming channel, Artrexis Lives. If not, check out my Discord. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna stop it here before I lose my hearing. All right. Good night. Stacy Hansen, 199. Thank you very much for the super chat. Hard eyes for Artie, Archer, and Winston. Much appreciated. I'll give a hug to the kiddies. All right. Later. Oh my god. I need a breather.